Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between rolling hills and a sparkling lake, lived a young girl named Lily. Now, Lily wasn't your typical young lady. While others her age were absorbed in gossip and trivialities, Lily possessed a heart as big as the moon and a curiosity that knew no bounds. She yearned for something more than the mundane existence that lay before her, dreaming of adventures and mysteries yet to be uncovered. One day, driven by her insatiable curiosity, Lily decided to venture into the woods behind her house, an area that had always been off limits to the villagers due to superstitious beliefs and local legends. Armed with nothing but her bravery and a wicker basket for collecting herbs, Lily ventured deep into the forest. The trees formed a thick canopy overhead, creating a tunnel of green that shielded her from the outside world. The air was thick with the scent of pine and the sound of birdsong, making it hard for her to believe that she was alone. As she walked, she began picking up brightly colored pebbles and smooth, polished stones, her heart skipping a beat at the sight of each new find. Suddenly she noticed a small clearing up ahead, and quickened her pace, eager to see what lay in wait. As she entered the clearing, her jaw dropped in awe. There, lounging majestically on a moss-covered stone, was a magnificent white cat. Its fur was as pure as freshly fallen snow, its eyes like glistening emeralds, and its tail tipped with black, reminding one of a raven's feather. Taken aback by the cat's presence, Lily froze in her tracks, unsure of what to do next. For a moment, they simply stared at each other, the only sound the gentle rustling of leaves overhead. Then, to Lily's surprise, the cat yawned, revealing a pink tongue and rows of sharp teeth, before gracefully leaping down from its stone throne and sauntering towards her. Despite her initial fear, Lily couldn't help but feel a sense of calm wash over her as the cat approached. It was as if all the wildness of the forest had suddenly stilled, leaving only peace and tranquility in its wake. When the cat was close enough, Lily reached out a hand, her fingers trembling slightly. The cat sniffed her hand before rubbing against it, purring loudly, and in that instant, a bond formed between them, a connection that transcended language and custom. From that day forward, the cat became a fixture in Lily's life. She named him Snowdrop, and they were rarely seen apart. Together, they explored the farthest reaches of the Whispering Woods, discovering hidden waterfalls and sun-dappled glades that had never before been witnessed by human eyes. Snowdrop, it seemed, was no ordinary cat. He possessed an uncanny ability to navigate the forest with ease, as if the trees themselves were guiding his every step. His emerald eyes seemed to hold ancient wisdom, and his sleek white fur, a symbol of purity and magic. Lily soon realized that Snowdrop was not just a companion. He was a teacher, showing her the wonders of the natural world and instilling in her a deep respect for all living things. As the seasons changed and the years rolled by, Lily grew older, yet her bond with Snowdrop only deepened. People in the village began to notice the change in Lily. Her eyes, once filled with childish wonder, now held a newfound depth, a reflection of the wisdom she had gained from her extraordinary feline friend. Some whispered that Lily had found a magical guardian in the woods, while others claimed that she had discovered an ancient secret that had been hidden for centuries, but only Lily and Snowdrop knew the truth. Their friendship had become a guiding light in the darkness, a beacon of hope that illuminated the path ahead. One evening, as the sun began its slow descent, and the forest came alive with the sounds of twilight, Lily and Snowdrop were exploring a part of the woods that was particularly dense and dark. Suddenly, Snowdrop stopped in his tracks, his ears pricked forward and a low growl rumbling in his throat. His emerald eyes, usually so full of warmth and life, were now narrowed, reflecting the danger that lurked in the shadows. A sense of foreboding washed over Lily, and she instinctively reached out to stroke Snowdrop's fur, trying to calm him. But he shied away from her touch, his growl intensifying. It was clear that whatever was in the forest that night was not meant for her to see. Despite her fear, Lily knew she couldn't run. She was frozen to the spot, her eyes wide with apprehension as she watched Snowdrop transform before her very eyes. His fur bristled, his claws extended, and his teeth flashed like daggers in the gloom. Then, from the depths of the forest, a pair of glowing red eyes emerged, followed by the sound of heavy footsteps. Whatever was out there was big, powerful, and dangerous. Before Lily could react, Snowdrop pounced, his white form a blur of motion. As he confronted the intruder, the creature let out a roar, and a fierce battle ensued, their growls and snarls echoing through the trees. As the fight raged on, Lily realized that Snowdrop was holding his own, but she knew it wouldn't last. The creature was simply too strong for him. With a surge of adrenaline, she rushed forward, grabbing a nearby stick and charging into the fray. Wielding the stick like a sword, she struck the creature, who snarled and lashed out, knocking the stick away. But Lily was not deterred. Time seemed to slow as she dodged the creature's snapping jaws and flailing limbs. With a desperate surge of strength, she managed to land a kick on its snout, causing it to back away momentarily. In that split second, Snowdrop recovered and pounced, sinking his claws into the creature's shoulder. Enraged, the beast thrashed wildly, but it was too late. Snowdrop had the upper hand, and he used it with the ferocity of a cornered lion. Soon, the creature collapsed, defeated, its struggles gradually fading into stillness. As the forest fell silent, Lily and Snowdrop stood panting, their bodies bruised and battered, but their spirits unbroken. They had faced the darkness together and emerged victorious. As the first rays of sunlight filtered through the trees, Lily and Snowdrop made their way back to the village, their steps lighter now that the darkness had been vanquished. The villagers, who had been anxiously searching for Lily, rushed to greet her, their faces etched with worry. But when they saw the triumphant gleam in Lily's eye and the proud stance of Snowdrop, their expressions shifted to admiration and awe. Word spread quickly through the village about Lily's encounter with the beast, and she became known as the heroine of the woods. But for Lily, the true reward was the bond she shared with Snowdrop, a bond forged in the fires of adversity and tempered by their shared courage. As the years continued to turn, Lily and Snowdrop's legend grew, becoming a tale whispered around hearths and passed down through generations. It was a story of bravery, loyalty, and the extraordinary power of friendship, reminding all who heard it that even in the darkest of times, hope and courage can prevail.